What's up with it, seventh art enthusiasts? Pull up a chair to the warm and welcoming fireside of criticism. A decade or so ago, the rumour was that Ken Loach was getting ready to quit. Then began a new parade of Conservative Prime Ministers in this country, each shiftier and more mediocre than the last. Loach decided he had more to say. What followed was a blaze of energy and productivity, culminating in a remarkable late surge. Loach has sought out the painful subjects. Now, in the old oak, it is that ugly phenomenon from which London's liberal classes have turned away in sorrowing distaste. Refugees housed in hostels all over the UK who are being abused and attacked by local people radicalised by social media.
For you?
All right, lad.
How come they're getting all that stuff?
They've lost everything. They've left a war zone.
She's taking your photo there.
You better delete that photo. They're just kids, man. Let them get in their house and get settled, man. I'm really sorry that happened. Can't say I'm surprised. If you hear the stuff that come out within the pub.
This has become a dumping ground, lads.
Landlord T.J. Ballantyne, played by Dave Turner, is suffering a Job-like ordeal. He's divorced and depressed with a grown-up son who doesn't speak to him. The Old Oak is the name of his pub, the one community meeting place in a deprived northeastern former mining town, and it is in dire need of refurbishment. His regulars are seething with rage, livid in the collapse in house prices, and brooding over YouTube videos about immigrants. Then a busload of terrified Syrians arrives, and the tension gets worse. TJ makes a strategic mistake. Angry locals ask him to open up the pub's long-dormant back room as a meeting place to air their grievances. He refuses, but tactlessly allows it to be the venue for a food bank-style community supper for both locals and Syrians, including Yara, played by Ebla Mare. She is a young Syrian woman housed with her brother and elderly mother, desperate for news of her father, imprisoned by the Assad regime. TJ finds a gentle friendship with her, sneeringly misinterpreted by some drinkers. There is a very moving scene where he takes her to Durham Cathedral. She is deeply affected by listening to the choir and awed by the 1,000-year-old building. She ponders the fact that she will never again see the temples at Palmyra, built by the Romans and destroyed by Islamic State. And Loach and his screenwriter Paul Laverty fervently argue that through solidarity and a recognition of real interests, British people can naturally show empathy to immigrants and refugees. As ever, Loach shows himself to be the John Bunyan of social realism, or maybe the Gerard Winstanley or William Everard of the cinema. He is the fierce, plain speaker of political indignation with a style that is unironised and unadorned, shot by cinematographer Robbie Ryan in a simple, day-lit fashion, using first-timers and non-professionals in front of the camera. It is a filmmaking language utterly without the cynical twang that is de rigueur for everyone else. 30 years ago, the mischief makers of Lars von Trier and Dogma 95 were talking about radical minimalism. They didn't stick to it. Ken Loach did. I hope that this isn't Loach's final film, but if it is, he's concluded with a ringing statement of compassion. That's it. Please give this vlog a like and a share on social media. Please subscribe and leave a comment. Please buy my book, The Films That Made Me, an edited selection of my essays and reviews for The Guardian. Finally, just before I go, this week I went to London's Tate Britain Gallery to see Happy Gas, a retrospective show for the one-time YBA artist Sarah Lucas. A very comic spectacle. Here are some clips.